On a cold winter night, December 29, 2009, 30-year-old Kenneth Mark stepped out of a pizza shop near Dundas Street West and Gilmore in Toronto. He was carrying takeout, heading home. But as he walked north, a lone figure crept up behind him, and with a single shot to the back of the head, executed him in cold blood. Kenneth Mark died instantly, but this wasn't random. A year earlier, Kenneth confronted a teen, JB, the stepbrother of Lamar Skeet, for flashing a gun around children in a housing complex. Kenneth was a protector, looking out for his family. He physically pulled JB off his bike, draping him up, warning him to stay away. Days later, Kenneth was shot with a shotgun. He survived. At first, he told police he didn't know who did it, but later, in a brave, sworn video statement, he named names, JB as the shooter and Lamar Skeet as his accomplice. JB and Skeet were charged with attempted murder, but at trial both walked free. Skeet due to lack of evidence, and JB was acquitted. Just 12 days later, Kenneth was dead. Police canvassed the area and found grainy surveillance footage, a man loitering, pacing the sidewalk across from the pizza shop. He walked back and forth several times, lingering in the shadows. Inside the pizza shop, 16-year-old Diem sat at a window table with a clear view of the street. He saw the man walk past the window more than once. What stood out to Diem was the white jacket the man was wearing, distinctive with a noticeable sheen under the streetlights. Diem testified that he recognized the man's face and build. He'd seen Lamar Skeet before. He was certain it was him. As Kenneth stepped out of the shop with his food, Diem watched the man in the white jacket close in. Then bang, a single shot. Kenneth dropped instantly. Diem ran to the front of the shop. Through the window, he saw the shooter fleeing. It was fast, but clear. He never forgot the shape of that jacket, or the face of the man who wore it. Later in court, Diem calmly relived those moments. His testimony was detailed, consistent, and unshaken. He even recalled that the shooter pulled the trigger with his right hand, just like Skeet. On December 31st, just 2 days after the killing, police executed a search warrant at Skeet's home. In the basement, they found a white Averex jacket, just like the one Diem described. Forensic testing revealed gunshot residue in both front pockets. That same day, Skeet was seen in the company of two friends, JB and BI. Not long after, police discovered a .22 caliber handgun hidden in a vent in BI's home. It matched the shell casing found at the murder scene. A firearms expert from the Center for Forensic Sciences confirmed that this was, without doubt, the murder weapon. The explanation BI gave for possessing it? The court called it laughable. Even Skeet didn't back it up. Lamar Skeet was arrested and charged with first-degree murder. His alibi that he was getting a tattoo that night didn't hold up. The judge called it a remarkable string of coincidences that defied belief. The white jacket, the gunshot residue, the murder weapon in his friend's vent, and the powerful testimony of Diem. In 2012, a jury found Lamar Skeet guilty. He was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole for 25 years. Kenneth Mark stood up for what was right. He confronted violence in his community and paid for it with his life. But justice caught up. Thanks to a brave witness, a teenager who refused to be intimidated, and to the persistence of investigators, the truth prevailed. Kenneth Mark was silenced, but his story still echoes and demands to be heard.